Kevin, are you still working? Call me as soon as possible.
Sorry, Missy. I was working late. I just couldn't get away, so it took me a while to get back to you. What's wrong?
Kevin, my mother suddenly collapsed.
What?
I rushed her to the hospital, but she's already unconscious. She's in critical condition. Kevin, what should I do?
Wait a minute. Missy, calm down. Maybe she will recover, right? You have to stay strong.
Yes, I know.
It's going to take me a little longer, but I'll come to the hospital as soon as I'm done. Can you hang in there until then?
Yeah, I'll just have to hang in there. My dad's with me, but he's too shocked to say anything.
I'm sure he is. He must be even more shocked than you are. You just make sure you're there for your dad as well, okay?
Okay. I want you to come as soon as possible.
Okay. I'll finish as soon as I can.
Kevin, about the schedule for my mother's funeral?
I heard from your father. I heard it's going to be delayed due to some scheduling conflicts.
Yeah. It sounds like there are many reservations, so it can't be helped.
Maybe it means that you're supposed to talk to your mother a lot before the funeral.
Maybe so. I'm going to talk to my mom as much as I can until the wake.
I think that's good. We should make sure she doesn't get lonely.
Yeah.
So, since that means there is some time before the wake, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go finish up some work I left behind.
What? At a time like this? You have work left to do?
Yeah, well, that day, I couldn't seem to finish, so I just threw it all away and went to the hospital.
But since it's your mother-in-law, aren't you supposed to be on bereavement leave? Can't you get a support during this kind of occasion? Can't you ask someone else to do it?
Well, I suppose I can if I ask someone. I'm just worried because I haven't been able to explain about the job to anyone. That's why I'm going to stay up all night tonight to finish it up.
All night?
I mean, you can't leave your work for a wake or a funeral, can you? That's why I want to get it done before the wake.
Okay. I'm sorry you're going through such a hard time.
Don't worry about me. I want to see your mother off properly. I'll make sure it's done by tomorrow. I'm sorry I can't do anything for you until then.
No, I'm almost done. We're just waiting for the wake. Don't worry, my father's here and my relatives are too. But I don't think you're sleeping much, so please take care of yourself.
Okay, thanks.
Hey! It's been a while! I'm Brittany! I wonder if you remember me? Brittany? We were in junior high school together. Oh yes! You remember me! I'm so happy! What's going on all of a sudden? What's the occasion? What's the occasion? Can't I drop you a text message if I don't have anything special? I just wanted to know how you were doing these days. No, it's not that. I'm really busy right now. I don't have time to text. I'll text you when I get settled. Oh, that's cold. Don't be like that. Just tell me. Who do you think I'm with right now? I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm really busy. I'll get back to you later. I know your husband. It's Kevin, right? Yes, but why? Because he's the one I'm with right now. That can't be. He's working on an urgent job at the office right now. He's been working all night. What? You don't believe me? Then let me send you a picture I just took. Well, we're on a spa trip today. We're talking about getting married soon. Marriage? You know he's married, right? I know that. That's why I want you to divorce him. That's why I'm texting you now. Huh? What do you mean? Don't you think a woman like you is a waste to Kevin, who works for a well-known company? What do you mean? Your parents were at the bottom of the pile, and you yourself didn't get a great job. So to marry Kevin, who works for a famous company, is just too brazen for you. My parents are both bank executives. We have a perfect family history, and there's nothing to be ashamed of by marrying him. What do you mean, ashamed? Besides, my parents aren't at the bottom of the pile. I won't allow you to talk like that. But you know what? That's what Kevin said too. What? Your family is poor, so you were blinded by his profession and allowed you to marry him. Well, he thought it would be convenient because he would have the upper hand, and he could treat you like a housekeeper. That's why he married you. That's terrible. Did he really say that? There's no reason for me to lie, is there? It's a lie. You made that up, didn't you? If you think I'm lying, I'll send you proof. I have a record of text messages with him. No, thank you. Now is not the time for this. I see. Then you can wait a little bit. In the meantime, I'll send you more and more pictures of evidence. We're not in any financial trouble at our house, so you can ask me for alimony or whatever you want. And you and Kevin will be divorced in a few days.
Missy, is everything okay? I got all my work done. I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you when you were going through a tough time. But now, I can see your mother off in peace.
Is that so?
Missy, are you mad at me? Because I snuck out of the ceremony to finish the work?
No.
No? Did something happen?
Something did happen.
What?
There's still time before the wake. You sneaking out doesn't change anything.
Well, anyway, I'm heading there in a little while. I'm starving after all this work, so I'll get some fast food and I'm on my way.
It won't make any difference whether you're here or not.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, I'll be there in a few. Hey, Missy. What do you mean we are getting divorced during your mother's funeral?
It's exactly how it sounds.
Why would we get divorced in the middle of a funeral? What did I do? You embarrassed me in front of everyone.
You know that better than anyone. Take responsibility for your own actions.
What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about.
How brazen are you? Why don't you ask her?
What? Ask who? What are you talking about?
Brittany. You know her, don't you?
How did you know her?
The day you said you had to stay up all night for work and left the ceremony, she politely sent me a text message.
What message?
She said you were going on a spa trip with her, saying you were going to work.
How did she?
She told me all about it, and she sent pictures of you two having fun.
What?
How could you go on a spa trip when your wife's mother passed away? It's no wonder to get a divorce.
Well, she insisted on going. She was too insistent.
Besides, you said my parents are on the bottom and I don't have a good job. And I married you because you thought you could use me as a housekeeper in the future.
What? How did you know?
Of course. Brittany told me. Why would I stay married to someone like you? My mother wouldn't be happy either.
Where's the picture evidence?
Huh? You and Brittany were talking about that on WhatsApp, right? I received dozens of your conversations.
Huh? What the heck is that? That could be a fake picture, don't you think? Divorce during a funeral when the facts aren't so clear? That's inappropriate, don't you think?
Inappropriate? Who do you think you are? You went on a spa trip with your cheating girlfriend right after my mother passed away. I'm so dumbfounded. I don't even have a word for it.
That's...
Besides, I have to inform my mother about my divorce. It was my father who told me to do it during the funeral.
Huh? Your father knows about this?
Yes, my father actually met Brittany.
Yeah? Why is that?
I kept getting text messages from her asking me to divorce you. But I was too busy during the wake and the funeral, so I let it slide. Then she said she couldn't reach you either. She came up to the entrance of the ceremony this morning.
You're kidding, right? Why didn't you tell me?
If I told you, it would have been even more disaster. My father saw the look on her face when she turned bloodthirsty, and he knew.
What?
My father is usually quiet, but he has a good instinct for that kind of thing. So he called me instead of you, and the three of us talked it over. She confessed everything.
No way.
Of course, my father was furious. Why wouldn't he? Because right after his own wife passed away, his son-in-law went on a spa trip with his unfaithful girlfriend.
Seriously?
So my father told about your affair in front of all the relatives.
What? Are you saying that all the relatives knew about it?
Yes, they do. So before you were humiliated, the relatives already knew about it.
So, that's why I felt everyone's suspicious gaze. Oh my god.
And then my father said he had to report it to my mother too. So we decided to get a divorce during the funeral. And my mother would have to witness the whole divorce process.
Oh no. So, when did you get the divorce papers? Your information was already filled out. Have you been planning to do that for a while?
Yeah, the divorce papers? Brittany brought them to me when she came over. She was in such a hurry to get us divorced. Well, I'm glad she saved me some time.
You know, all that extra work. But I'm pretty sure I didn't tell her that your mother passed away. How did she know about this place?
She said she called your office.
What? My office? Why?
Because she couldn't reach you. Maybe she thought she could talk to you if she called the company.
Huh?
She even got the location of the funeral home. I bet that's all over the news at your company by now.
No way. If the company finds out about this, I won't be able to go to work, will I?
I don't care what they say about you. It's your own fault, isn't it? She's always been a lady. She never tried to do anything for herself because her family is rich. She was always using someone else to get things done. I guess that didn't change when she grew up.
What?
They say she never worked a day in her life after college.
Is that true?
You didn't know that?
Well, I guess she never told me she had a job, but...
That's why she doesn't have common sense at all. I think she called your company to say whatever she wanted to say, or ask whatever she wanted to ask.
Oh no. I think we're done.
I have nothing to do with what happened with Brittany. Anyway, please fill in your name on the divorce papers right away and submit them to the city office. I'll file a claim for alimony through my lawyer later.
Oh no.
I won't relent because my father and all my relatives have told me to be thorough. Missy, may I have a word? Yes, what is it? Listen, about the alimony. Can we agree that it's not going to happen this time? There's no way I'd do that. You were repeatedly unfaithful to other people's husband, and you even politely demanded a divorce and sent me proof of it. I'm so grateful that the date matches perfectly. Oh, was it? I had just lost my mother. Have you ever thought about how people feel? Well, I didn't know that your mother had passed away, so you can't blame me for that. But it doesn't change the fact that you were repeatedly unfaithful to other people's husband. The dates show that it's been almost 2 years. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I won't do anything like that anymore. How can I forgive you? The reason I decided to divorce Kevin was because of the pictures of evidence you sent me. Your parents told you they wouldn't pay alimony, didn't they? I know. Huh? How do you know that? Your parents are very sensible. I explained the situation to them, and they said they were sorry. They apologized over and over again. They said they would make sure you understood the gravity of the situation, and they'll make you work and pay the alimony. Oh no! That's why I'm asking for no alimony. I can't work and pay my own way. I've never even been on a job. Your parents regretted so much. What? They said it was their fault that things turned out this way. That's not possible. This is not the time to say that you can't do it. You destroyed my family. You have to work because you're obligated to pay alimony. You should at least take responsibility for what you did. Hey, Missy, please. You've been my friend since middle school, right? Do something about it in light of our old friendship. I can't. And I've never considered you as my friend. What? Your parents are poor because they're on the bottom. You'll never have a good life. You used to make fun of me in front of my other friends, remember? That was a long time ago. It was a youthful indiscretion. Don't be ridiculous. You had the same talk with Kevin, didn't you? That's also what he said. I will never forgive you or Kevin. I will make sure that you pay the alimony. Bye. Oh wait, Missy!
Missy, please, would you reconsider divorcing me?
Huh? What are you talking about now? Didn't you already file the divorce papers? It's too late.
As long as you're willing to get married again, we can file the marriage papers. Then we can go back to the way we were. I think this time we can be a true married couple.
Huh? Who do you think you are? You're truly disgusting. I'm not going to live with you.
Why not?
You can't live with someone who was on a spa trip with his unfaithful lover when his wife's mother just passed away. Besides, you made fun of my parents, didn't you? And me, of course.
What are you talking about? I didn't make fun of...
Don't be silly. Brittany told me everything. You said my parents are on the bottom and I don't have a good job, and I could be treated like a housekeeper in the future. She said that's what you told her.
That's not... I didn't say that. That's what she said on her own. She's delusional. Missy, you have to believe me.
I'll tell you something. My parents were never bottom feeders. You thought so because my father and mother ran a small restaurant.
No.
That's the main restaurant. My father is the owner of 5 other restaurants.
Owner?
You've never listened to a word I said, have you? You're unbelievable. My parents are people who love to work. They worked at the restaurant on a regular basis because it wasn't in their nature to just be the boss. They said they could learn a lot by interacting directly with customers.
I didn't realize that.
So I went to college to study food and nutrition to help my parents. I was going to be a nutritionist and help my parents in the future.
Is that true? So you're going to take over the restaurant eventually?
I haven't thought that far ahead since my father is still working. Now that my mother is gone, I'll have to seriously think about it.
Missy, actually, I quit my job. The whole company heard that I got divorced because of what happened with Brittany. My boss blamed me for having an affair before my wife's funeral. I was so isolated that I decided to leave the company on my own.
Is that so? Well, I guess that's to be expected. I guess it was for the best because a well-known and prestigious company wouldn't want such a dishonest employee.
That's why I'm unemployed now.
So?
I'm going to have trouble to make a living. I asked my parents for help, but they kicked me out because of what happened.
And your parents attended my mother's funeral. Well, I guess it's only natural. They apologized with tears in their eyes and left. I can't forget the look on their faces. I'm so sorry.
If that's how you feel, then you and I will start over again. I think we will make the best couple this time.
How selfish can you be? People's feelings aren't that simple. It's disgusting that you can't see that even after all this, you still don't understand. In the end, you only think about yourself. Who would start over with someone like you? Don't play with me.
Missy, don't be so cold. We've lived together as husband and wife, right?
That's right. And you betrayed me.
I'm sorry. I apologize for everything I've done, so please forgive me.
If you feel like apologizing, then don't say no more and get away from me.
Huh?
I don't even want to look at you. I don't even want to hear your voice. Don't ever appear in front of me again. I'll talk to my lawyer about my future.
Oh no, Missy. Don't talk so cold to me. What am I supposed to do now?
After that, I filed a formal complaint for alimony against Kevin and Brittany. Brittany's parents threw her out of the house, and she was forced to work. However, she kept getting fired because she was useless everywhere she went. She started working at night to earn money. Kevin's parents paid the alimony in one lump sum. I have nothing to do with this, but I would like him to repay his parents on his own. He received cold stares from the company's employees. He developed a phobia of humans due to the constant whispering and gossiping. He is now living quietly in a shabby apartment while holding down a day job. How they live is no longer my concern. I feel that my mother may have sanctioned them. I went back to my parents' house to help my father with his business. We are now discussing the opening of a new restaurant. I don't have time to be sad. I am busy with my daily life.